We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning and welcome to Daily Journal Newsbreak, sponsored by Renaissance Bank. Today is Monday, August 27th, and I'm your host, Elizabeth Walters. We're going to take a look at today's top news and sports stories across Northeast Mississippi, but first, a look at your weather forecast. Today we'll have sunny skies with a high around 93, and tonight's low will be around 72. And over the next 3 days, on Tuesday we'll have sunny skies with a high of 93 and a low of 73. Wednesday, partly cloudy with a high of 92 and a low of 73. And on Thursday, scattered thunderstorms with a high of 88 and a low of 71, and a chance of rain will be around 60%. Now let's take a look at today's top headlines. And we're a week out from the start of Tupelo Transit. In our Sunday story, we looked at the process the city has gone through to create the transit system. And let's take a look at some of the answers to frequently asked questions. And when the buses hit the road on September 4th, all bus rides for the first month will be free. Elderly and disabled residents of Tupelo may request demand response pickup at their home, but all other riders must get on the bus from a designated stopping point. And once the free month is over, riders must pay a fare of $2, but the fare will include a transfer to another bus. City officials hope that a complete circuit of each bus line will take about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how many stops are required. And now on djournal.com is the latest list of currently anticipated bus stops, as well as a map, so you can see where you live in relation to the bus routes. And while Saltillo officials pledged last month to switch from well water to river water, the process is taking longer than originally expected. The construction side of the project is currently going through the state-mandated bidding process, and officials are trying to find ways to pay for the move. Because of the fiscal uncertainty surrounding the switch, the contract to begin purchasing water from Northeast Mississippi Regional Water Supply District has not been signed. Connecting to the water supply district will actually cost closer to $123,000, and Saltillo will have to spend another $46,000 just to make sure the water tower does not overfill. Instead of depleting the reserve funds, officials are now looking to a USDA capital loan to fund not only the switch, but also a planned water line expansion project. As far as the next steps, the bidding process, now advertised, takes about 3 months, and officials hope to have the project completed by the end of October. And construction begins today on a downtown parking garage in Oxford. The official groundbreaking took place last week, with Mayor Robin Tannenhill noting how Oxford's Downtown Parking Advisory Commission have worked diligently and tirelessly to come up with parking management strategies. Tannenhill also went on to credit former Mayor Pat Patterson, saying the project began under his leadership. Patterson said he believes every business owner on the square now sees some of the value that paid parking has brought to their businesses and what the increased tax revenue has done for the city. The parking lot behind Oxford Square North is now closed, with construction on the garage beginning today, and that construction is expected to take 1 year. And in sports, we finally reached college football game week. Ole Miss will start the season against Texas Tech this Saturday at NRG Stadium in Houston, while Mississippi State will host Stephen F. Austin Saturday night at Davis Wade Stadium. And there are similarities between the Rebels, Bulldogs, and both of their opponents. Texas Tech and Ole Miss each won 6 games last year, and like the Rebels, Tech is coached by a former player in Cliff Kingsbury. And in the evening game, Stephen F. Austin will also be unveiling a new coach this year, as interim coach Jeff Bird will lead the Lumberjacks. Bird is a native of South Haven, holding degrees from both Southern Miss and Delta State. And be sure to follow Parrish Alford and Logan Lowry as the Rebels and Bulldogs prepare for their season openers this weekend. And that does it for Newsbreak on this Monday. Don't forget that this show is just one of the many online offerings courtesy of the Daily Journal that gets you news off the page and on the go. Each story discussed on Newsbreak can be found in your Daily Journal or online at djournal.com, where you can also find a new episode of Newsbreak each weekday morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Elizabeth Walters. Have a great afternoon.